Yeah. I need to talk louder, guys? I know y'all could probably hear Frostykins in the background making his little round meow meow sounds. So, hopefully you guys are prepared for what's about to go down. Right now, we're currently going through a couple of stories that I wanted to tell you guys. So, listen up. Oh, okay, guys. So, while you listen to the serene sounds of button tapping from my controller as I play this game, I want you guys to listen to this story that I got. Actually, it's a couple stories. So, let me adjust the mic so that way you can y'all hear that? Do I sound better to you guys? Or do y'all need me to speak a little bit louder? Because I might need to change mics, and if I need to change mics, please let me know. I have another mic on standby just for this purpose. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and get that mic ready just in case, because I want to be able to provide you guys with the best source of entertainment. Shut up, Frost! Sorry about that, guys. Um, Give me a second real quick so that way I could try to set up this other mic for you guys. And then after I set up this other mic, we will be on our way to listening to one of the best stories you guys have ever heard. 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 I promise it's gonna be a good story. Okay, guys. Hold on one second. Alright. Hold on one second, guys. Alright, I'll be right back. One second, guys.
nice sounds in the background, melodic as they may be. So as I adjust this, I need you guys to let me know if it's too loud. If it's too loud, I need you guys to say, no, it's not too loud. Or yes, it is too loud. Or, you're killing my motherfucking ears, dude. I can't fucking hear you or the story. Okay. So accompanying my voice will be the sounds of the ocean and various other clickings and sounds from me doing my natural thing. Please do not mind the cat that's in the background. He is perfectly safe, although he might be a little hungry or thirsty. Give me a second to check and see which one it is. Okay guys, I am back. I had to go and send a little message real quick to try to take care of the cat. Trying not to hit the microphone too much, but hopefully you guys are ready for this story. So the first story that I have to tell you guys happened not too long ago. And if I may say so myself, it was pretty gnarly. One day, me and my family was sitting in the living room, and I was watching my wife and my son play a game on the TV. It was a little game that they just discovered. It was on the Switch, the Nintendo Switch. And that game, being on the Nintendo Switch, it had use of the controller's motion capabilities. I sat there and I watched my kids play this game, and actually it was looking like kind of fun. And I was like, damn, that game look fun as hell. But I don't want to make it seem like it's too fun. So me and my ass decided I'm not going to act like I'm super interested. But I was real interested. And I waited around, and my kids did the one thing I was hoping they would do. And they invited me to play the game. And while playing the game with them, I sat and watched my wife play for a little bit, and my son was playing a little bit. And I was dressed in my shorts, and I was ready for this game. I was like, yeah, I'm about to get it. But soon as my kids asked me to play, I got up and I stood in the center of the floor, getting ready to play the game with them. Not a game. It required you to basically like jump up and down, kind of like jump rope. And I decided, yeah, I'ma ace this game, cause I got some hops. I got more hops than the Easter Bunny. So I sat there and I got ready, and I watched them play for a little bit, and I was like, yeah, finally, it's my turn. And I got ready to grab the controller from my kid, and I was like, alright, here we go. I'm standing on the side of my wife, and she's jumping. But the difference between me and my wife is, my wife is 5'5", and I got almost a whole foot over her. Now, things were seeming good at first, but things turned bad real fast for my ass. Because all I wanted to do was have fun with my kids and my wife, and join in on the fun they seemed like they were having. So I said, I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy this little bit of fun with them and jump rope with them, with imaginary jump ropes. So I held the controller in my hand, held it to my side. I had a game plan in my head and everything. I was like, I'm gonna Mike Tyson the hell out of this shit. I'm gonna jump up, I'm gonna do the crisscross and everything. My fun was cut real short. And when I say real short, I mean real short. The moment I jumped up, I cracked my goddamn head on the ceiling. And it wasn't just any part of the ceiling. It was like the beam. Like this real long, heavy part of the ceiling that hangs down. And I just hit it so hard, I jumped with full force. My neck felt like it broke. I couldn't see for a minute. It was just hurting so bad, and the crown of my head, the very tippy top of my head, it was hot, real hot. And I was sitting there almost wanting to cry. But then I look up, and my wife, my beautiful, loving wife, was laughing her ass off at me. Her and my kid, who I thought had my back. But I was sadly mistaken, because he was cracking up. So, as they laughing, I was like, these motherfuckers ain't gonna help me. I need to pick my ass up off the floor. So I got up and stopped playing the misery card, expecting them to help me with the situation, which never came. I sat there, holding my head, and I moved for a little bit. And the first thing my wife asked me is, how did your shorts come off? And I didn't realize it, but my shorts were down by my ankle. Somehow, while jumping, the shock and force from me hitting my head so goddamn hard somehow knocked my shorts off. And I didn't know how it happened. It was a mystery to me. I just felt even more embarrassed by the fact that my shorts were off. So I tried to maintain my composure and put on my angry face, because they shouldn't have laughed at me. At least that's how I felt. But it had happened. They laughed. I was embarrassed. So sitting in my embarrassment, with my embarrassment bands, I tried to reason sitting there, distraught, until I could no longer take their laughs and with the embarrassment I felt. I decided to take my ass and go hide somewhere so that way they couldn't laugh at me and I didn't have to see it anymore. Because my feelings were hurt. Not only did I hit my goddamn head on a beam on the ceiling for simply trying to enjoy some family fun, but I hit it and my pants came down and they seen it all. They were so excited to see me jump rope with them. And the moment I jumped up, it all ended real bad. I think I only got one good hop out before I jumped and hit my head. Shh. No comments about the shorts anymore. It's still a mystery as to why my shorts came off. One day I'll solve it, but it won't be today. After I ran downstairs, away from my family, I waited to see if one of them would check up on me. I was a fool. They didn't come check up on me. In fact, when I came back upstairs and they saw my face, they started laughing again. Because the sight of me made them think about my shorts coming off and me crumbling to the floor really fast after smacking my head against the ceiling. In a way, I'm kind of sad that my family was more concerned about why my shorts came off and finding it funny than they were on the fact that my head might have just succumbed to a TBI. And while I might not have had a TBI, or maybe I did, I don't know, because it hurt like hell and my neck felt broke. But at the end of the day, what I know is I was really, really hurt emotionally. And that's the main thing that matters. Maybe one day my family will understand that while I might not have suffered a TBI, the situation was still traumatic for me. Because now I can never live down the fact that my shorts came off. And that is the end of story 1. We're gonna take a brief interlude musically. Enjoy the sounds of nature as I wet my whistle and prepare for the next story. time I get ready to put the controller down. I should have went for him first. Thank you. Thank you. I can't seem to find my cup, my bottle for some reason. I keep pausing to look for it, but then I hear footsteps. I have to go get a whole new bottle. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, guys, what's going on? I am back. Hopefully, you guys are ready for our second story. This story happened to be a story that happened when I was way younger. Not a story doesn't necessarily as funny. Okay, guys, so in this story, I happen to have been privy to my cousins getting in trouble. Now, I won't say their names, but it was pretty funny considering that I have a lot of cousins. I don't have to tell their name, or I could just say a letter of their name and it'll be just as fine. So, when we were younger, my aunt, she had a low tolerance for a lot of things that didn't line up with her perception of how religion works and things. So, there was this one time where me and my cousins were all at their house, and while we were at their house, my cousins were acting silly. Upon acting silly, we stumbled upon finding out that my aunt doesn't allow, or wouldn't allow, anyone in her house that was young of age to say the word sex. That is S-E-X. Sex. At the time, when we were discussing the word, before we found out that we could not say the word, we were just using it to discuss gender. At the time, we also did not know the word gender.
Everything's new to me.
What is that?
Oh my God! Oh, no! No!
I'm so sorry, guys. Please forgive me. That was not meant to happen. That was autonomous. So, to continue on with the story, my aunt really didn't allow anybody to say the word sex. And if you said the word sex, it was pretty much a bad thing. Because in her eyes, saying sex was almost as bad as having sex. And I didn't quite understand why the word sex was so bad. Because to me, it was just a word. And me, I understand it meant whether you had a penis or a vagina. Now, me having that understanding that it meant penis or vagina, I was using the word. And I also told my cousins about the word. I did not know that this was a grand no-no. Being the grand no-no that it was, my aunt, who had just happened to be coming into the kitchen at the time of us using it, had told us that we can't use that word. Upon her telling us that, my cousins kept trying to use the word, being that they understood the word, but they liked messing with their mom. So they did things like that. I thought it was funny because I was like, it's not a bad word. Me knowing it's not a bad word, I asked, what's wrong with the word? I didn't realize that my aunt was going to lose her ever-loving shit on me. And I was then, hence, in trouble. Now, when you are in trouble with my aunt, it was a big thing, because she didn't tolerate punishment. This punishment came in the form whacking people across the hands or pretty much anywhere on their body with wooden sticks. Well, to be more accurate, not just wooden sticks, but wooden spoons from the kitchen. So, my aunt had this favorite spoon that she liked to use. It was a nice, thick, heavy wooden spoon that she constantly used whenever she was going to discipline anybody. This one time, it happened to be my cousin D, who decided he was going to play around and irritate his mom. So he asked her, after she has explicitly told us not to say the word sex, "Mom, what's wrong with the word sex?" Her having said that and realizing that it was a faux pas, well, him having said it and realizing it was a faux pas, was getting himself in trouble. Not with him getting himself in trouble, he also narrowly incurred the wrath of the wooden spoon. Give me a second, guys. I'll be right back. story time again. And to continue on with the story, I had to bring my audio aid. Now, as I was saying, my aunt came at my cousin and tried to chase him down because after he realized what he did, having incurred the wrath of the wooden spoon, he tried to escape. My aunt chased him around the house, wielding a wooden spoon, and as she got closer to him, she would swing, kind of like a auntie who was swinging a chancla. Only she never threw the chancla. The chancla in this case would be the wooden spoon. She would just sit there and swing it menacingly. Having done so, swinging it menacingly in the air, she tried to hit him over and over again. After having swung the literal stick of malice towards him, she waited and waited to get the right time to strike him. That time came, and when it did, she whacked him right on his hand as he tried to escape her by hiding behind the coffee table. And when she hit him, the sound sounded something like, that's what it sounded like. Only it was amplified 10 times over. When she hit him across the hands with the wooden spoon, her favorite whipping spoon, she hit him so hard that she broke the stick. Having broke the stick, she was now defenseless, or so Dan D, the man, had thought. After Evan broke the main portion of the spoon, she was left with just a stick. D had thought that his transgressions would go unanswered, so he decided to say the word one more time as he asked, "Ma, what is wrong with the word sex?" Having asked what is wrong with the word sex for another time, my aunt was now pissed and now no longer having it. So with the broken half of the wooden spoon, she chased him even further. He made attempts at trying to run away again, but they were unsuccessful, as she had cornered him in a bathroom. And when she cornered him in a bathroom, she had whacked him 2 more times with a broken stick. Me and my realizing we sat laughing as we knew this would be the day that he finally get hit with the stick. The same stick that we had all felt because he normally ran while we were brave enough to take our lickings. Seeing him get hit with the stick and hearing the noise caused us all to laugh. We laughed a great deal at his pain. That was the funniest thing we had seen in a long time. Up until that point. Maybe the next time comes at him with the spoon of reckoning. We thought that maybe he'd never do it again after feeling our pain. But this would not be the last time. Oh no, it would not be the last time. After he realized that sticks can be broken on his very, very tough knuckles, he made many, many transgressions against her. But those are stories for another time. I hope you guys have enjoyed ASMR story time, as it is something that I've enjoyed doing. If you guys like this kind of stream and would like to see more of it, please let me know in the comments or send me a message or whisper on Twitch and tell me to do more ASMR story times. I'll be happy to dig into my bag of misfortunes and tell you guys another story that turned out hilarious for us as we grew up. You guys have yourself a wonderful night.